चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्र राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च नाम्भ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो न्याय ते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने विश्वे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश राधा कांत तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुदेवी प्रणमामि। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्ये क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरण्या वन्दे नुमस्ते चरणं चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय नंद नामने गौरक्षाय रूपते। So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in continuation of hearing about the commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhajan Rahasya Vritti, heard for devotees here, Srila Bhaktivinoda, both Harinam and Gayatri is given the purity, right, and focus and meditate on the mantra. We should know the meaning of the mantra. What is the meaning of Hare? What is the meaning of Krishna? Otherwise, of the mantra and without praying from the heart with some emotions, then mantra is just a machine. In my room there is one machine. The sound goes 24, the sound goes same, like a fan is running. So if just like a machine is moving, and we are focusing more on complete world, I'm done for the day. Yeah. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, one should not do this. And there are many instructions. So I'm just giving you a brief of what we heard. You can't hear me? The connection is weak. I think so. Because they can't hear me. Wait. Just 2 minutes.
Also, if you're on
So shall I switch off this? What is say? Horizon MBH? This one.
Yes, not the S, but the actual MBH.
Okay, password. Here.
Wi-Fi is not working properly, then everybody else has to log out of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, just
off the.
Hare Krishna.
you will have a faster internet.
It's good now? Yes. Jagannath Prabhu ki jai.
Hey.
Very good. So we heard in our continuation so much about chanting. The first chapter of Bhajan Raise is all about how to chant. We should not shake our beats, and we should not touch the beats with left hand. So many instructions Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur giving. And this is the book title is Bhajan Raise, means the secret of bhajan, and it starts with Harinam. Chanting Harinam is bhajan. So it starts with chanting. So what are the rules, what are the norms of chanting? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving account. So in continuation of that, Anirveda, in continuation of what we heard, Anirveda means one should not become discouraged by moving slowly in his endeavors to attain the desired goal. Rather, one should chant with patience. We heard yesterday on this point, sometime a sadhaka get restless. Even though I'm chanting from so many years, still I'm not getting my desired goal. Then what is the use of chanting? So a sadhaka practitioner lose all his hope and faith in Harinam, which is not a positive symptom. That's why Sri Rupa Goswami Pad, he explains in Updeshamrit, Utsa Nischyat Dhairyat Tattat Karma Parvartanat. There should be Utsa, enthusiasm, Nischyat means determination, Dhairyat, patience. Three goes together. Enthusiasm is there, firm determination, and also patience. I'm not getting my desired goal, that doesn't mean I have to stop chanting. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada saying, even while chanting, if the mind is thinking something sinful and seeing that mind is not focused on chanting and my mind is getting sinful right now, with sinful thoughts, I should give up my chanting. And later when I get pure, then I can chant. But Srila Prabhupada said, no, that's not the process. Keep on chanting. Even if the bad thoughts come into mind, keep on chanting. Because with the secondary benefits of chanting Harinam, all these bad thoughts, everything will just go away, wash away. But don't stop chanting. Keep on chanting. And this is what's happening with so many devotees around the world. First of all, there is no taste in chanting. And this is because we don't know the procedure of chanting. And this is because chanting is getting just like a machine, mechanical, focusing on completing one's round. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, chanting has to be with good quality. with understanding of the meaning of the mantra. I'm chanting Hare. Who is Hare? Who is Krishna? What does Hare and Krishna represent? Hare means Radharani. Nidubana Nagari Mohita Manasa. Radharani, who is captivating the mind of Krishna. Sarva Cheta Haraha Krishnasya Chittam Hare Jaso. Vedagdi Vistarata Radha Harahamata. One who captivates the mind of Krishna is Hare. Then Hare Krishna. Karshati sa lavanya murli kal nisune. Shri Radha Mohan Gunanukritam Krishna Riyati. Krishna means all attractive one. But with his flute, the song of his flute, with his beauty, he is captivating the mind of Radharani, attracting Radharani. Therefore, Hare Krishna. In this way, every pair, Hare Krishna, there is a meaning of each and every syllable. So, while focusing on those syllables, what is the actually meaning of those syllables? And then utmost praise from the heart that, oh Harinam Prabhu, why I am in this world suffering so much, even though I'm hearing the philosophy and I know how merciful you are, why I'm not developing faith in you. And this is how Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us. Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nirja Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamate Smaranena Kala Etadrishi Tav Kripya Bhagwan Mamapi Durdev Midrishi Iha Jani Nanu Raga. My Durdev, my bad fortune. Krishna, you invested all your potency in your holy names. All potencies. And there is no so much rules and regulation to chant. You can chant any part of day or night. Purity or impurity doesn't matter. Still, I have not developed taste in chanting. This is my bad fortune. So while praying sincerely from the heart, chanting, that's called quality chanting. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying one should not become discouraged by moving slowly in his endeavor to attain the desired goal. We are qualified, we have rights to achieve our desired goal. But if it's not happening, doesn't mean one should feel depressed. Whereas we need more enthusiasm. And that more enthusiasm comes by association of those who have this fire in their heart. They can ignite fire in our heart by staying with them. Therefore, continuously chanting every day without a break. This happens. So many devotees I come across. Oh, I chanted 5 years, but nothing happened. I'm the same person. And I'm not even having darshan of Krishna. I'm not even seeing Krishna. What is the use of chanting then? In regard to this, Srila Gurudev, as we heard yesterday, Srila Gurudev pointed out years back in Mathura, when devotees coming to Srila Gurudev saying that, I'm not getting any perfection in my chanting. I'm not getting any perfection in chanting. What shall I do? And Gurudev used to smile. Oh, you want perfection so quick? Why? No, because this is our desired goal. Perfection is not our desired goal. Even though we get perfection or we don't get perfection, desired goal is I get service to Krishna. So service, as we say, charity begins from home. Service begins from home. This is the perfection of chanting. Looking after deities, decorating them, singing for them, make them feel happy. Anything for them. All those devotees who have deities at home, you're serving them, right? With so much love and affection. This is our desired goal. What all we want? What we going to do in Golok Vrindavan? Sightseeing? Oh, beautiful mountain. Wow, Jamuna is flowing. Nice lake. Wow. Beautiful trees, mangoes are hanging, flowers are there. No, this is our desired goal. Therefore, in the language of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, whatever practices we are doing here, the same service we're going to do in Golok Vrindavan. But we are not doing here, and we are expecting and we want to do there. Why? Because of sightseeings? No. This starts from here. That's why they're known as Vigraha, Shri Vigraha. Shri Vigraha means Vishesh Rupena Grahan. Those who accept our offerings in a very with a very special mood. Because Krishna is transcendental, we are material. There is no combination of material and transcendental nature. It's totally different. But to accept our offerings in that conditioned state, Krishna descends in a deity form. Whatever we are offering to them is actually we're directly offering to Krishna. Any services we offer to deities, that's direct service to Krishna. If you're thinking, no, service to Krishna is different and serving to deities is different, that's offense toward deities. It's offense. Thinking they are just statue, even saying this is offense. Rupa Goswami Pad, he aware us in Padyavali. Arche Vishnu Shilade Gurushu Narmate Vaishnava Jati Buddhi. Considering deities made of wood, metal, stone, marble, etc., jewels, or painting, they're just statues. We don't say they are statues. Shri Murti, Shri Vigraha, Vishesh Rupena Grahan, one who accepts our offerings. So we need endeavor. That's our perfection. Serving deities. And all our Goswamis, all our Acharyas, Guru Vargas, they used to serve deities. Shri Rupa Goswami, Radha Govindev. Shri Jiva Goswami, Radha Damodar. So, chanting for the pleasure of the deities, singing for the pleasure of the deities, cooking for the pleasure of the deities, grabbing anything from the store, nuts, etc., always keeping in conscious. This is called Krishna consciousness. Keeping in the mind. Hemant Prabhu, aap karo. Keeping in the mind that this is Krishna consciousness, that everything I'm doing, my center of attraction, my object of worship is Krishna. So that's the best way to get Krishna consciousness. I have to get up early to wake my deities because I need to perform arati. I'm their servant. They are my master. Everything established is so important, deity worship. Seriously. Everything we get established in this mood that I'm servant of Krishna when I act as servant of Krishna. So I have to get ready before them to wake them and to offer arati and bhoga. I'm going out to store not to buy things for me. I'm buying for my Krishna. And after offering, I'll get the Mahaprasad. Yes. So Krishna means Radha Govindji becomes the center of our, in this center, it becomes the center of our life. So while chanting mantras, while chanting Harinam, meditate on Radha Govinda. Meditating on this. So this is very important. No need to get discouraged. My endeavors are going slowly. But this statement is also not to make us lazy. Yeah, my endeavors are going slowly, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, not to worry, then okay, that it be slow. It should not be like this. So Gurudev said in one of private darshan in Mathura's temple, when devotees coming and asking Gurudev, when will I get perfection? When will I get perfection? Very fond of getting perfection. Gurudev said, those rishis, sages in Dandakarni, in Treta Yuga, when Lord Shri Ram, when he was in forest, and those rishis sitting in the forest chanting Gopal mantra. For 60,000 years they were chanting Gopal mantra. 60,000 years. Understand? And not only chanting, but they also have darshan of Lord Ram. Then they got perfection in their chanting. Gurudev said, how many thousand years you are chanting? 500 years? 1000 years? 1500? Only chanting 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, and you think you get perfection? No, we are in a process. These words are there to encourage, not to discourage. So, patience. Rather, one should chant with patience. Yes, I will achieve my desired goal one day. But in one sense, I would say, in one sense, our desired goal is already achieved. What is that? This is our desired goal. Service of Mahaprabhu, service of Radha Krishna. Chanting every day, chanting mantras, serving Gurudev, going out for Harinam Sankirtan. Yes, this is the desired goal. This is service to Mahaprabhu. Yes, the meaning here is achieving desired goal without any offenses and without any contamination or impurities. That's something different. Getting rid of anarthas and chanting, serving Krishna purely with pure consciousness, Shuddha Sattva. Yes, that's, of course, that's desired goal. But one should chant with patience, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. That means whatever I'm doing here, serving deities, or any kind of service I'm offering to my Gurudev, to Vaishnavas, this is not desired goal. Disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, throughout their life they served their Guru Maharaj. Not only sannyasis, but also grastas and brahmacharis. They served Srila Prabhupada with so much enthusiasm and so much energy day and night. Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj said, I don't remember when I got old. One day I was putting tilak and I saw a mirror and I was putting tilak and said, oh, grey hairs. When I got old. My life, he said, went like a click. So fast. Because day and night, day and night, day and night, serving. Traveling, serving, building temples, and going out for donations, collection, so much. That's the perfection. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. What is the meaning desired goal? Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Uttam, perfection. The best perfection is the attachment to Srila Gurudev. This is not the achievement or desired goal? So, in one sense, this is also a mode of a subtle enjoyment, saying, I want to go Golok Vrindavan to serve Krishna there. You getting service here. You can't serve here and you want to go Golok Vrindavan? What is the purpose of your chanting? What is the purpose of your services? To get attachment to Krishna. So why not here? Why not here? Avoiding or neglecting them, and we want to get perfection to serve Radha Krishna, Golok Vrindavan. That's again a mode of enjoyment. Because there is no old age, because there is no suffering, because there is no disease. That means, again, that point, I always focus on this, imposing a condition in that love while serving here, keeping this mood. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar, nitya daspati tua adhikar. I am your eternal servant Krishna. My duty is only to serve you under guidance of my Gurudev. Actually, I can't serve you, but I want to serve my Gurudev with whatever I have, my wealth, my body, my mind. In absence of my Gurudev, some Shiksha Guru, I need always a guidance. So I accept someone as my Shiksha Guru who can guide me, who can correct me, who can twist my ears. You're doing wrong. Yes, because that Guru becomes like a friend, acting as a friend, not to flatter anyone. Oh, you're doing very good, very good. No, you're not doing good. Well-wisher is not only just speaking sweet words. Well-wisher is just when he corrects us. We can't forget that blessings, that correction is a blessing of a sadhu. Sadhu is not visiting for getting the facilities of the temple or householders. Their movement is there to teach, preach, and correct. Therefore, this is a symptom of a true sadhu. So therefore, they will just not use flowery words and buttering. Prabhu, very nice. You're doing very good bhajan. No, you're not doing bhajan. You need to do bhajan. You're not serving nicely. You're not chanting good. Imagine if anyone like this becomes our friend and we accept him as our Shiksha Guru, how much encouragement we get. And one really think, yes, I'm wrong. My practice is not good. And just with this kind of association, practice accelerate. There is someone who's correcting me. Otherwise, I'm a free bird. I just fly anywhere I want. No, devotee life means regulated life. Devotee life is not free life. Regulated life. Regulation, very important. Very important. If we neglect those regulations, how we can progress? Everything is so regulated. We need all facilities to regulate it. Sun should come at right time. Dark should also be there at right time. All seasons should be on the correct time. Everything is so regulated. See the creation of the Lord. The body is so regulated. Eating. Everything is so regulated. I don't want to get regulated because that is something, someone controlling me. No, it's not the matter of controlling. It's the matter of correcting. It's very important. So these words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur give so much encouragement. It's just like he's saying to me, because this is what I go through. If I am a sincere practitioner, one should not become discouraged. Who get discouraged? One who is practicing. that person will get discouraged. One who is not practicing, what is the point of discouragement or encouragement? Encouragement and discouragement comes when there is efforts. And when there is no efforts, everything is going smooth, then there is no discouragement. Understand? So Srila Bhakti Thakur is addressing to those who are sincere. One should not become discouraged by moving slowly in his endeavor to attain the desired goal. Rather, one should chant with patience every day. With patience. Yes, I will achieve one day. I will achieve my goal. As I said, you may say this is contradictory. The goal is already achieved. Then what more we need? Yes. We need the guidance of our Gurudev, our Acharyas. They are already serving in Golok Vrindavan, and I want to be with under their guidance serving there. Krishna, I'm not able to serve you properly, purely. My consciousness is contaminated. See, this is one. And then coming to next point, Nam Arth Chintan. While chanting the holy name, the sadhaka should remember Radha Krishna's pastimes of meeting and separation, Milan and Vipralambha. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's guidance. I'm remembering my Guru Maharaj when he was 101. One day he said, not one day, couple of times he used to say this. Baba, I may leave my body any day. I'm so old, I'm 101 now. But in future, if you are really sincere and you want some guidance, then make Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur your Shiksha Guru. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami your Shiksha Guru. Accept Rup Goswami your Shiksha Guru. Accept Jeev Goswami your Shiksha Guru. Accept my Guru Maharaj Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada as your Shiksha Guru. What does that mean? Accepting them as Shiksha Guru means reading them. Reading their books. That Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is directly telling me. He is directly ordering me or correcting me or instructing me. While chanting the holy name, the sadhaka should remember Radha Krishna pastimes of meeting and separation. See? Then why, when Srila Gurudev used to say this, some people didn't like this idea, saying Narayan Maharaj only speaking about Raganuga Bhakti, meditate on the pastimes of Radha Krishna. That's not proper. Then what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying? This is also not proper? Srila Gurudev mission is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's mission, not his individual mission. The mission of all Acharyas. And Srila Gurudev said, if we don't meditate on the Radha Krishna pastime, then what we meditate on? What we meditate on? Then what is else to meditate on? But how to meditate and what to meditate, that varies. For that we need a guidance. We should not, there's some do's and don'ts. Don't meditate as Ahangropasana. Ahangropasana means Oh, I become Lalita Sakhi. I'm Radharani. Or I'm Mother Yashoda. So I'm serving Krishna like Mother Yashoda, serving Krishna like Lalita Vishaka, I'm Rupa Manjari. No one can become Lalita Vishaka. No one can become Rupa Manjari. So these are do's and don'ts. Not artificially meditating on any pastimes. Meditation of pastime here means when we hear any pastime from Krishna, from Srila Gurudev, when we hear some pastimes of Braj or Mahaprabhu Leela, the milan and separation, union and separation, we try to remember that remembering. Otherwise, what we meditate on, any artificial imagination, or just imagination, I mean to say, any figure, artificial figure, no, that's not recommended. Radha Krishna on the bank of Jamuna, sitting on a jewel throne, under the shade of a desire fulfilling tree, Sakhis are around him, they are singing, Krishna, Radharani giving a battle net to Krishna. What we meditate on? Just any boy and girl? What image, what figure? Not like that. Remembering the pastimes, but not meditating on something which we have no access to. Atashi Krishnamadi na bhaved grajyendriye sevan mukhe hi jivado swayam me surate manaha. The name of Krishna, the form of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna. Atashi Krishnamadi na bhaved grajyendriye. One cannot understand them or grasp those qualities, the pastimes, just like this. But, Sevan mukhe hi jivado. When our senses are inclined towards serving Krishna, swayam me surate manaha. Then Krishna descend or manifest, I mean to say, the senses in a form of inspirations to serve Krishna. When he chant his mantra, he should practice in the following 5 ways. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, while chanting the holy name, the sadhaka should remember Radha Krishna's pastimes of meeting and separation, Milan and Vipralam. But why separation? Only meeting is everything? Why separation? Because Bina Vipralambena Sambhog Pushni Ashnayot. Without separation, meeting cannot be enhanced. Or we say, separation enhance meeting. Now this is a very detailed topic. Meeting in separation, separation in meeting. So this is what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Gurudev wanted. When we chant, we should meditate on these pastimes. Meditate on this pastime means, let us go to Nandagaon. You been to Nandagaon? Prabhu, Nandagaon. And there Prem Sarovar? Yes. Wonderful pastime. The whole idea of Krishna going to Dwarika started from this point, from this place, Prem Sarovar, where Radharani is on the lap of Krishna. and seeing one bumblebee touching her lotus feet, Madhumangal came with a stick and chased that bumblebee away and said, Madhusudan has gone. Bumblebee is also called Madhusudan. Madhu means honey, nectar, and Sudan means one who knows, expert in extracting nectar from flowers. So Madhusudan has gone. Just by hearing this, Radharani, who is just with Krishna, union is there, but she starts feeling separation. Just by hearing Krishna is gone, Madhusudan has gone. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Running all directions, she becomes so restless. This is called separation in meeting. They're together, meeting is there, but in the meeting, feeling separation. Understand? Then in separation, meeting. Radharani is feeling so much separation from Krishna, so jahan jahan netra pode taha Krishna sphure. Wherever she is looking, reminds her of Krishna. That's why one of her name is Krishnamai. Krishnamai means wherever she glances, reminds her of Krishna. When she sees a tamal tree, oh Krishna. That's when one of the name of Krishna is Tamal Krishna. She's seeing clouds, oh Krishna. She sees peacock, oh Krishna. Wherever she glances, reminds her of Krishna. So that's union in separation. And then in separation in union. So what happens? There's always a mode of separation. Where? In Braj. In Braj Mandal. Amongst Brajvasis. Everyone, not only Radharani. Even Yashoda Maiya. When she decorate Krishna in the morning and give some bhoga, for Krishna to eat, Krishna is taking all the calves and cowherd boys, calves and cows. Yashoda Maiya start feeling separation now. Because now it's morning. And Krishna will come back in the evening. How am I going to spend whole day without him? Without seeing him? Separation. Then meeting with the Gopas, the Sakhas. But in the evening when they come back, afternoon when they come back, then all the friends of Krishna, Sakhas, feeling separation from Krishna. When they don't see Krishna for a minute, they start feeling separation. So everywhere in Braj Mandal is separation and union. Separation and union in all the pastimes. Separation and union. But when Krishna went to Mathura and Dwarika, that's intense separation. Because then they can't see Krishna. Only the pastimes of Krishna. They were meditating all those moments. Pastime there means those moments when they were with Krishna. How Krishna used to jump, how he used to eat, how he used to sleep, and we were massaging his feet, how I was fanning him, and so many. All those memories, all those moments, they were remembering Krishna. And in remembering those moments, they are actually holding Krishna. Because the pastimes of Krishna and Krishna is non-different. And because they are already there in those pastimes, they can very well understand this. We can't. The name of Krishna and Krishna is non-different, but we have no realization. We are chanting every day. But they have realized, they realize this. So they're feeling Krishna by remembering those moments together with Krishna. So union and separation. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vritasur, 6th canto, he prayed for that separation. Yes. Shri Vritasur, he prayed for that separation. No one pray for separation. Everyone pray for union with Krishna. But Shri Vritasur, Shri Vrita, he is teaching, praying for separation. Ajat paksha eva matra khaga satanya yatha vassa khudartha. 3 examples he is giving. Separation, just like baby birds, they are crying and screaming, shouting for the mother to come and give them some food. In the nest, those baby birds waiting for the mother to come. So, crying. Separation. But they are not crying for mother. What they are crying for? Food. But also, not only food, they are also crying for protection. They are feeling insecure. And only mother can give protection to them. That means when Shri Vritasur said this, Bhagavan was not happy to hear this separation. He said, this is the separation you are asking for? This separation is condition. This love is condition. They are asking for food. That's why they are crying. They are asking for security. No? Krishna is not happy with this separation. He said, okay, Prabhu, wait a minute. I give you one other example, another option. Satanyatha vasakhudartha. Just like calf calling out for his mother, cow. Krishna said, yes, well, this is better from the previous example, but I'm also not happy because calf is also crying for mother cow with milk to get milk. I'm not happy. Then Shri Vritasur said, Priya Priyam Vishatam, just like a beloved and loved. And I heard one example years back. A couple got married, and immediately after the marriage ceremony over, he got a very urgent email. You have to leave the country for some special mission, serving for government. And wife is crying, no, we just got married. How can you leave me like this? I will also go with you. No, that's a secret mission. I'm working in army. I need to go alone. I can't live without you. I will die without you. No, I'm going to come soon. Don't worry. Let me accomplish this. Let me go and do my mission and come back. And he's going for 3 years. What will happen to her? I mean, what happens to her? Crying and weeping. Separation. I only want to serve you. Please come back soon. I only want to serve you. I'm not expecting anything from you. I just want to serve you. Please come. So Vritasur said, that separation of a beloved. Krishna was so happy to hear this. Yes. Because in this separation, there is actually love. In this separation, love is there. Love is there means serving mood is there. She really want to serve her husband. Want to really love her husband. But, Acharyas explain, when he comes back after 3 years, she forgot her separation. Yeah, for some day she remembered, that was very painful. I was burning in that fire of separation. But forget everything while receiving her husband. But Britasur said, I don't want to forget that separation, as that Priya, that woman, the beloved, she forgot her husband separation by meeting with her husband. I don't want to forget that. I always want to burn in separation from you. Why? Krishna asked, why? So he's explaining something more than that separation. Because if I burn in that fire of separation, I will remember you more and more and more. And in that separation, I'm getting union. So the purpose is not, his goal is not to get union to enjoy, but he's only asking for separation because he wants to burn in that fire of separation to remember you, Krishna, all time, all time, all the time. Because in union, everything becomes very casual. In separation, it becomes intense. Intense remembrance. In union, very casual. Come sit here, doesn't matter. I want water. Yeah, go kitchen, get water. The relationship get very casual. But when there is some separation, yeah, please sit here. I get you some juice, special attention. So in all these examples, I mean, he gave 3 examples, but in 2 examples there was condition. That's why Bhagwan didn't like that idea. He likes and he loves unconditional love. That means the nature of only giving, giving and giving and not expecting anything in return. So that's why love means sacrifice. Prema means sacrifice. He established, Shivritasur established that purebhakti.com, pure love. Gurudev said, Gurudev named his website purebhakti.com. What is that? Pure bhakti means unconditional love. Braj Lokanusarat, following the footsteps of Brajvasi is pure bhakti. That is pure bhakti. That is unconditional love, is pure bhakti. So, all the way from very gross and subtle points, if I judge myself, oh, our bhakti has so much conditions. Even to the point of I want to go to Golok Vrindavan. That's also enjoying mood. Because I'll be very happy there, always blissful there. Oh, for that reason you want to go Golok Vrindavan. Conditions. Even liberations. The 4 kind of liberations, Salokya, Shashti, Samipya, Sarupya. These liberations are also categorized into Sukh, Aishwarya Para, forgetting. Seva. Okay, anyway, the meaning is Sevatara. The meaning is I want to get this liberation for my happiness, and other category is I really need the separation, no, this liberation to serve my Lord, to serve Him. So that liberation has also 2 different categories. Sometimes devotees, they need this liberation. They want this liberation, I mean. Not need. They want this liberation because the mood is to serve my Prabhu. But some other people, they also want this liberation to enjoy there. To have opulence like Lord, to be in the abode of the Lord, and to have the same beauty as Lord, etc. So why one needs separation? You have to understand very, very subtle and detailed point. That separation has to be for the pleasure, to give pleasure to my Lord, to give pleasure to Krishna, not for enjoying mood. So, while chanting the holy name, the sadhaka should remember Radha Krishna's pastimes of meeting, milan, and separation, vipralamba. When he chant his mantras, he should practice in the following 5 ways. What are those 5 ways? We're going to hear next class. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. So for tomorrow,